for you. When I mention the word risk, what happens for you? Do you get that feeling of woohoo and exhilaration and excitement and you're ready to attack and go for it? Or do you, on the flip side, feel that pit in your stomach and that nervousness creeps in and you really start feeling uncomfortable and you're shifting in your seat? What goes on for you? I'm Dean Mercado from Online Marketing Muscle, and what I'm presenting here for you today is something from what I call my Business Lessons from Children series. And this one is, in business, no pain equals no gain. So, every day we're presented with obstacles, with challenges, with opportunities. And you can learn a lot by just watching children and how they go about whatever they're going about during the course of the day. And what I mean is, watch a child play. If you have children, and I have two, let your children outside and just watch them for a few minutes. Watch how they'll climb things, they'll jump off things, and in your stomach you feel, oh, they're going to get hurt, and you want to say stop, be careful, and you may find yourself doing that all the time. And for kids, it's no big deal. They fall down, they get up, and as long as nobody's going, oh, you poor baby, then they're kind of usually all right with it. They get right up and they brush themselves off and they're back off jumping off something else or doing something else that we might think is a little nutty. So think about, number one, all of that potential bad programming that we're putting into our kids' brain in terms of always saying to them, be careful, honey, or watch yourself, or don't do that. That is setting a pattern of just being overcautious. And we ask ourselves now, today, could that be why we're that way? We're so overcautious? Now in business, I can clearly tell you, no pain equals no gain. There's a lot of books being written about these days too, in terms of failing forward, and it's okay to fail. Those kinds of concepts, and I get that, and I agree with them to a large degree. The key is a lot of this has trial and error. You have to try it on. You have to be willing to stick your neck out just a little bit and see, how does this work? Now, risk could be of varying degrees. It could be something that may not be so risky for you, like let's say hiring somebody, or it could be something extremely risky for you, like let's say investing 6 figures into something. So it depends on what your definition of risk is for you. But the key is if you're not stretching yourself like a child would, you're risking the opportunity to learn. See, a child, they risk like crazy in most cases. And yeah, they skin their knee, they get hurt, but they learn so fast. Right? You ever notice that? Having 2 children, and my children right now are at the ages of 4 and 6. So I'm seeing this big time right now where they're really experimenting with a lot of different things. And yeah, once in a while they're going to skin their knee, and it pains me as a parent to sit back and watch. Right? But I do realize that concept that if I don't let them try, is that the way they're going to carry out the rest of their life? Now, I'm not sitting here claiming to be some sort of psychotherapist or psychoanalyst or anything like that. I'm just a parent, and I'm a business owner, right? And I watch things, I observe, I study people, and I study their behaviors. And you really can learn a ton from children. So the idea is, you don't be afraid to risk. Yes, take calculated risks. I'm not saying go out there and do something really stupid right now. What I'm saying is, think about what you can do today to stretch a little bit. So we all say, yeah, we want this. I want to earn this much more in my business. I want this many more clients. But are you really willing to do what it takes? Because what it takes usually involves some level of risk. And typically, the higher the risk, the higher the potential for reward. There's no guarantee between risk and reward. However, I can tell you, if you really risk nothing ever, chances are you're probably not going to get much of anything in addition to what you have now. And yet, there's an overused, cliched, and ridiculous statement out there, a quote out there, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Well, it kind of, in a sense, plays into this. It is true in that way. If you want something more, you've got to be willing to be more, to do more, to have more, all of that kind of stuff. But it takes some level of risk. So, action item for you, I want you to think about this. Number one, get out there and watch some children. Watch them just play and get crazy, jumping off stuff. Look at the risk and look at there's not a wink or a glimmer of fear in their eye at all, or in their heart. They just do. So that's action item number one. Watch a child this week. Spend at least 5 minutes just watching a child and see what they do. A child in action, not one sitting down reading a book. So a child out there playing, having fun. All right, especially if they're amongst other kids. Second big action item. I want you to think through, what were the last 3 risks that you took in your business? And what was the impact or the outcome of each one of those 3 risks? I'd love to hear what you come up with. I'd love to hear what you risked as well. So, hope you found this useful. Again, remember, you can learn a ton from children. Lessons are all around us. These business lessons are everywhere, right? We just have to be open to seeing them. I'm Dean Mercado from Online Marketing Muscle. Here's to your success.